Hey, it's Matt coming at you. In this video, I'm going to be talking about my favorite passive income stream. This is Airbnb, or renting out part of my house. And I have covered my mortgage for the last couple months with this. So in other words, I'm living for free in my house. I really just want to share the knowledge, let you know how to utilize this awesome passive income stream to create a little bit more cash flow in your life. Maybe enough cash flow to help you reach some financial goals like going on a vacation or possibly saving up for a new car or paying off some student loans. We all have loans. It sucks. We really want to get rid of those. So if you're excited to hear my top 5 Airbnb tips on how to be successful, please like this video, subscribe to the channel. I'll greatly appreciate it. And like I said, I bought a house about 4 months ago and it was a fixer-upper, so it looked terrible and the carpet was green and red in the rooms I'm renting out now. So I redid the whole house. I redid every room. I made it a place where I want to live. I made it a place where people want to visit and a place where people are excited to stay when they go on vacation. And that's one of the key factors to being successful on Airbnb is you want to make it a place that people are excited to stay at. I will say, renting out my house, 2 rooms in my house for the past 4 months, I've learned a lot about how the system works, how the reviews work, how the pricing works, and what people are looking for when they're trying to book in your area or in your state. So I've learned a bunch and I've made a bunch of money from Airbnb, and I just really want to share the knowledge in this video. So like I said, I've been living for free in my house for the past 2 months, and it's a super great feeling. Everyone always says that a house is a liability, a house is taking money out of your account every month, but this is how you turn your house into an asset, something that makes you money every month. So let's not waste your time. Let's get into it. The top 5 tips on how to be successful with Airbnb. And tip number 1 is get professional pictures. If you just are starting with Airbnb, maybe the room is not as great as it could be a couple months from now, so maybe you push those pictures out for 4 months just so you get your money rolling in so you can invest it back into the room, make it a little bit nicer. But when the room is ready, it's all decorated, you have everything you need to be successful in the room, I would hire someone professionally to take some pictures, because there's a huge difference when you go on Airbnb.com and you look at a place where someone is taking the pictures themselves, and you look at a room where someone is taking professional pictures. You just want to stay in the room where they put in that little bit of effort to take those professional pictures and make the room look nice for you. It just shows your hosts are willing to go the extra mile, and it really helps the guests get a gauge for what they're going to get into, because when you're taking pictures, you might forget some things that the guests really care about. Maybe they care about the walkway, maybe they care about the entry, maybe they care about the whole house, maybe they want to see that. If you hire someone professionally, they're going to help you figure out which pictures are the most important ones to include and which ones should be taken and put on that website so your guests can understand what they're going to be renting. So that's step number 1, get professional pictures, and you can wait a couple months until everything's in order and everything looks the way you want it to be for the time you're going to be renting out your room or your house on Airbnb. And a huge way to be successful on Airbnb is get great amenities. So step number 2, get great amenities. Make the house look presentable. This is little touches that really add up. So when you walk into a room and you see clean sheets, a bed that was made perfectly, if you see towels on the bed, that just really makes your guests feel warm and comfortable. Maybe you put a little bit of chocolates on the towels. Maybe you put some granola bars in a basket. Those little touches can really add up. And if they're renting a room and not renting the whole house, you want to put things in the room that make them feel like they can stay in that room for a weekend. Because some people, when they go on vacation, they just like to lounge out in the room and enjoy themselves. So in my rooms, I put TVs and mini fridges so they can put some cold food in there, maybe some beverages, and they can watch movies, Netflix on the TV. This just makes them feel like they're at home and gives them that comfort feeling that really makes them happy to be in a new place. And I can go on and on with amenities. Obviously, Wi-Fi, great Wi-Fi is super important. Everyone has a laptop and a cell phone they need to connect, and Wi-Fi is just something every place needs to have. So let's review that one more time. When you walk into the room, you want to see clean sheets, you want to see a towel, and a welcome book. Welcome books are a great addition. You want to see possibly some food if you can afford it, some food, snacks, granola bars in the bed, maybe a mini fridge, maybe a TV like I do. And you also want to put those touches in the bathroom, maybe some extra toothbrushes, toothpaste, deodorant, shampoo, conditioner, the essentials that people need that they're probably going to forget when they travel. Everyone always forgets one thing, but if you have it there, that's going to make them happier. And it's super, super important. Whatever place they're going to be in the most, the bedroom and the bathroom, it has to be super clean. So everything has to be spick and span, and it has to be acceptable, not just to your eyes, but to anybody that comes in. It has to go above and beyond what you think is good. Step number 3, if you want to be successful on Airbnb and you're just getting started, you have to set a competitive price. And I'm going to tell you why in the next point. But a competitive price, it's very easy to do. You just look in everything in the area and you just try to compare your place to others and say, is it worth that other place? Or is it less than or more than? And once you set that competitive price, you're going to go on to that 4th way to be successful on Airbnb, which is getting those 5-star reviews. This is super important for you to build and show up on that list, that search list when people go on the website. You want to have as many 5-star reviews as you can. And this is completely related to the price of the room, because as you get more reviews, you're going to show up higher on that search page. As you show up higher on that page, if you have professional pictures and a lot of great reviews, you can charge more. So you can charge more as you get more reviews. And it's so important early to set that competitive price so you're getting a bunch of bookings. But you want to be sure not to set it too low, or else you're going to get people that totally trash your room, and it's going to be very hard to impress people when they come the next day and the sheets are stained, because that has happened to me and it's quite disgusting. And I'm going to wrap it up with the 5th way to be successful on Airbnb, and this ties in everything I have together. This is communication with the people staying, your guests. They're going to tell you if they want different amenities. They're going to tell you if the pictures weren't as great. They're going to tell you if the experience wasn't as great. And if you can communicate with them, you can improve the experience for future people. But also, when they tell you that stuff, they're hoping to help you. So they're probably not going to write you a bad review because they chatted with you about it. They built some rapport. So I've noticed while hosting Airbnb, I really don't get a bad review when I communicate with a guest throughout the time they're staying there. And this can really help you in the long run to get those consistent 5-star reviews. And then you can raise the price, and then you can make more money on the platform. So it's all about getting those 5-star reviews and building on the platform. And it all stems from, like I said, communication with the guests. This is probably one of the most important things you can do on Airbnb. If you have no amenities, a crappy room, crappy pictures, but if you communicate with them, you can make their experience 100% better. So this is the one factor that can change anything to a 5-star review and make anyone's stay a little bit sweeter. So let me go over the 5 tips to be successful on this platform again. And number 1 is to get those professional pictures. This can be done a couple months after you've started renting and when you start decorating the room and setting it like you want. Number 2 is get those amenities that everyone cares about, everyone needs when they stay. This is something in the bathroom and in the bedroom that they're going to have. And as you communicate with the guest, you can figure out if you're forgetting things or if things aren't being appreciated as much as you thought. And I'm not going to go into more and more depth about all the amenities. I talked about it enough in this video. That leads me to number 3 success tip is to set a competitive price in the beginning so you get more bookings, get more 5-star reviews. But be careful not to set the price too low, or else you're going to get people who totally trash your house, and then you're not going to be able to make it nice and fix stains by the time the next guest comes. So if you get people trashing the place, it can be really hard to stay on top of cleaning when you're always getting these guests coming. And if they keep on making it worse and worse, you can kind of tell how it can be that hard. And then the 4th way to be successful is you want to get those 5-star reviews. This is kind of the bread and butter on growing on Airbnb. The more 5-star reviews you get, the higher you're going to be on that search list and the more you can charge per room. So it's all about getting on that search list pretty high, getting those reviews in, and then eventually charging more, making the room nicer and investing into those rooms. And then the 5th last way to be successful is probably the most important one, is communicate with the guests when they come in. You want to make sure they're having a good time. You want to make sure all their needs are met, whether they want to go on a certain hike or if they want restaurant tips. You want to be able to supply them with that information, making their stay a little bit sweeter that way. So I've found if you can communicate with the guests, they're going to be happier and thank you for it, and return the favor down the road with that 5-star review. And this is all my tips on how to be successful on Airbnb. And like I said, we have used this platform, me and my wife, to pay for our mortgage payment for the last 2 months. So we lived for free in our house. Probably one of the coolest feelings around. And if you want more tips on how to build passive income streams, please click the video to the right of me. I got 17 of the best ways right here in front of you. And also, if you want to trade with me personally, I love the stock market. 7 days for free. Matt signing off. Peace.